Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, one of the things that we have here in our area is I believe that this is a absolute fishing paradise, and we're trying to share all this with people. You know, each one of us have a different part of this paradise that appeals most to us. And I know that one of the areas that the state has made available to anglers each year is some of our wildlife refuge areas where we're not really supposed to be anywhere near there most of the year. They're set up as refuges for bird life and so forth. And one of them in particular is the Wilson Hill Refuge. And each year, I know my friend Rust and I look forward to the 2 weeks it's made available to us to fish there. We've had the best fishing I've ever seen in my life in that water. And this year in particular, we waited and waited, and it just began. And it's almost like a tragedy that's taken place. And I'm not sure. I think it's a natural Mother Nature tragedy as we see it. But for some reason, those fish were all gone. We've gone there this year and not caught a fish. And angler after angler has put their canoes in that water. And when I've spoken to them, they say, you know, we spent 4 hours, we never even got a strike. Where have those fish gone? We believe it might have been something as natural as winter kill. Where we've talked about that before, where shallow bodies of water that freeze over. If there's a covering of snow on that ice, the sunlight can't get through to have photosynthesis down there in the water and have the formation of oxygen. And those fish literally die of starvation of oxygen. And that may have been what happened, but this is really a tragic part of this year's fishing for many of us. We've looked forward to this for so long because normally these fish never see a lure all year long. And when you go in there, it's unbelievable, the results that we've had in the past. But again, this is one of the many, many things that we wonder about. Could it be fish? Could it have been winter kill? Or is it something else that seeped into the water? I don't know. I'm going to make more investigations with the DEC to try to find out what has happened. But this is sort of a sad thing that I have to report, that this wonderful fishery has not lived up to what we expected this year. So I know my buddy Russ said to me, he was really crestfallen. This is something he looks forward to all year. And he told me that it's the best fishing he's ever had in his life, but not to be this year. So that's a sad thing that I have to report. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.